The Democratic National Convention has been so inspiring. I've been watching it, I've been following it.
We still feed the hungry in churches and mosques and synagogues and temples. We share the same pride when our Olympic athletes compete for the gold, because the vast majority of us do not want to live in a country that's bitter and divided.
I got emotional. The advertising is amazing. Tim Walz's son crying was amazing. The speeches were incredible. The energy, the concerts, and everything was really, really inspiring. The slogans of hope and fun and all of these things looked great. I found myself last night lying in my bed and thinking, oh my gosh, these people are being fooled. They're being brainwashed. They're being manipulated. How do I know? Because I am being manipulated into actually thinking that the same people who have destroyed America over the past 3.5 years are the same people that are now magically going to fix it.
This November, we will come together and declare with one voice, as one people, we are moving forward.
They created all the problems in the first place, but their propaganda and their advertising and their marketing is so good that I actually found myself believing in how good the Democratic Party is and has been and will be. So I want to bring it back to the facts. I want to give you here 20 reasons why I am going to cast my virtual ballot for Donald Trump. I'm not even an American citizen, by the way. And you might ask yourself, why does this guy care so much? And the answer is, we need a strong America. First of all, on a personal level, on a business level, that's my number one concern. The world needs a strong America. And number two is half of world Jewry, almost half of world Jewry lives in America. And that's something that's very important to me. So I have a vested interest in America being the best America that it could be. So I went to Donald Trump's website. You could find it on your own. It's called donaldjtrump.com, and you could go on his website and you could see his reasons, or his platform rather, that he's going to be running on and that he's going to implement if he, God willing, gets into power in 2024. So I'm going to rattle these off and I'm going to spend time on the ones that are more valuable to me personally, and these are the reasons. You have to stick to the facts, ladies and gentlemen. You can't just look at the concerts. You can't just sing Beyonce's Hope song that she has, or Freedom. You can't just go to Beyonce. There's bigger issues at hand than Beyonce's song, albeit it's great, albeit it's inspiring, but you have to look at the actual platform of the party. What are they saying that they're going to do? So here's 20 reasons why you should vote for Donald Trump. Number one, seal the border and stop the migrant invasion. It's insane what's going on in the United States. Hundreds of thousands, millions of migrants have poured in under Joe Biden and the Democratic Party. Number two, carry out the largest deportation operation in American history. If migrants know that if they're coming to the United States, they're going to get deported, they're going to think twice before crossing the Rio Grande. Number three, end inflation and make America affordable again. America's economy affects the entire world. The world needs America buying products. The world needs America to be healthy financially. Donald Trump is a businessman, and he's able to do that because he understands how economics works. He's actually been in business. Kamala has nominally been in business, okay? Number four, make America the dominant energy producer in the world by far. When America is independent in their energy, they don't have to kiss up to Russia, they don't have to kiss up to Iran, they don't have to kiss up to Venezuela, and they're able to flip the world, the bird, and say, we are America, we produce our energy in-house, and we don't need you, and they're going to be able to make better decisions for their country because they don't have to be behooven to anybody else when it comes to getting energy. Number five, stop outsourcing and turn the United States into a manufacturing superpower. My family has been in the metal recycling business for almost 50 years. And let me tell you, when the whole globalization thing happened with China becoming the dominant manufacturer in the world, it almost put my family business out of business. Why? Because if there's no manufacturing in America, there's no metal to recycle. If there's no metal to recycle, then our family business was out of business. Thank God they were able to pivot and figure it out because they're Jews and they're smart. If that offends you, then go to hell. I don't really care what you think. But the world needs America to be strong in manufacturing. It helps everybody when America is strong. Number six, large tax cuts for workers and no tax on tips. Number seven, defend our Constitution, our Bill of Rights, our fundamental freedoms, including freedom of speech, right? A major problem when the Democrats were in charge, especially when Twitter was owned by a Democrat, was that you couldn't say anything without being blocked. That's a major problem. Freedom of religion Everybody wants to serve God in a nice way, not in the crazy jihadist, terrorist type of way, but like in a nice way where you're making the world a better place, okay? And the right to bear arms. Let me tell you something. When they take away your guns, they're in control. Why does Canada, where I'm from originally, why do Canadians have such a problem? Is because Canada does not allow you, or makes it extremely difficult, I should say, to get a gun. That means that the police force is an absolute power. The government, I actually like police. Police are here to serve and protect us. It's the government you have to be scared of. The government is in complete control because they know the people are not armed. You cannot take guns away from people. Guns don't shoot people. People shoot people. Remember that. Number 9, end the weaponization of government against the American people. We saw this during COVID. It was a nightmare. Remember when Joe Biden was saying that if you don't get the shot, then you're going to have death in your country. You're going to fill up the hospitals and you're going to have a grim, gruesome, and dark winter. Who talks like that? All right, they weaponize the government in order to control the people. Number 10, stop the migrant crime epidemic, demolish foreign drug cartels, crush gang violence, and lock up violent offenders. This is an obvious no-brainer. You can't have criminals on the streets. You have to lock them up. Number 11, rebuild our cities, including Washington, make them safe, clean, and beautiful again. You know, I go to New York all the time for business, and it has become an absolute hellscape, all right? I won't go in the subway. I won't. It's too dangerous. It's too dirty. It's too grimy. And as a visibly Orthodox Jewish man today, it's a risk to my life. You have to rebuild the systems of the country. You don't even hear this, by the way. The Democratic Party, you don't hear this. You hear Beyonce's song, Freedom. You hear all their nice slogans, but you don't actually hear them talking about real issues that need to be dealt with. That's why I like Donald Trump's platform. He actually addresses the issues. He's not scared to shy away from them. Number 13, keep the US dollar as the world's reserve currency. All of my money is in US dollars, okay? All of my savings is in US dollars. Anybody who has money puts their money in US dollars. My wife's family is from Venezuela, and they experienced the devaluation of their currency. Their family almost lost everything, along with all the families in Venezuela that had money in that denomination of currency, because when the currency devalues, you lose your wealth. You have to keep the US dollar strong. The US dollar must remain the dominant force in the world, because when you control the currency, you control the world. That's another Jewish tip for all you haters watching this right now. Woo, I feel spicy today. This is a spicy podcast. I feel spicy today. Number 14, fight for and protect Social Security and Medicare with no cuts, including no changes to retirement age. Very important. Got to take care of the people. Number 15, cancel the electric mandate and cut costly and burdensome regulations. This is the one that I won't say I disagree with, but I actually really like electric cars. I think they're cool, but definitely they should not be mandated or dictated by the government that you have to have one. All right, you should be able to buy whichever car you want. Although, you know, I do like electric cars. Sorry, Donald, I'm a proponent for them. Number 16, cut federal funding for any school pushing critical race theory, radical gender ideology, other inappropriate racial, sexual, or political content on our children. Ladies and gentlemen, I send my children to a private school. I know what is being taught by the teachers in our school. I have that choice. I'm lucky enough, I'm fortunate enough, God bless me to have the means to send my child to a private school, okay? There's many parents in the United States that send their children to public schools. They are indoctrinating children every single day. And whatever you teach your children is what the future will be. You have to get control of what is being taught to your children. The problem is lunatics are teachers right now, and Donald Trump is not scared to call that out. Number 17, keep women out of men's sports. It's so stupid. It's so stupid, the fact that that should be on somebody's platform. It's such an obvious thing. It's embarrassing for the United States that it got this far. Number 18, deport pro-Hamas radicals and make our college campuses safe and patriotic again. Again, how embarrassing could it be? 9/11 happened not so long ago. It's like America forgot. America forgot what it feels like. Hamas is not just the enemies of the Jewish people. Hamas is the enemies of anybody who is not part of the Islamic regime, okay? Donald Trump has taken a hard stance on this. He says the things that are hard and people don't want to talk about and makes people feel uncomfortable, but he says them because they're the right things to do. We have to take control of our campuses again and restore law and order. Number 19, secure our elections, including same-day voting, voter identification, paper ballots, and proof of citizenship. Again, an obvious thing. You go to vote and you don't have a ballot. You don't have to use identification. How crazy is that? You need ID to get onto a plane. You need ID when you're driving your car. You need ID in the basic things in life, but to vote, you don't need that. That's a crazy thing. And last but not least, number 20, unite our country by bringing it to new record levels of success. That's what I love about Donald Trump, okay? I'm a businessman. I identify with the guy very much. I consider myself an A-type personality. I consider him an A-type personality. You need an A-type personality running your country. You need somebody who's striving for success. You need somebody who's striving for the best. Donald Trump has created incredible success in his life. He's also had failures. Don't get me wrong. The guy's not perfect, okay? The guy's not Moses, okay? He's not my rabbi. He's not my mentor in my personal life. But as a person to lead a country, the guy is so qualified. The guy, that's who you want running your country. A guy who has vision, a guy who has guts, a guy who has bravado. You need bravado. When you're running the most powerful country in the world, you need a little bravado, okay? We need a mean tweet every now and then. So for all those reasons, the DNC National Convention was very, very inspiring. They have a great, I want to say propaganda, but I don't want to sound too crazy, but their advertising, their marketing is so good. How do I know it's good? Because I'm watching Kamala Harris, Yamach Shemo's video last night, and I am literally, I'm getting shivers from it. I'm getting tingles, and I really don't like those people in that party. But if they're able to affect me, who is a critical thinker, who completely is against anything that they stand for, then imagine the average person that's watching their marketing. So go back to the facts. Let's get an interview from Kamala. Let's see what she has to say. She still hasn't spoken. Let's go to the facts. Go on Donald Trump's website and see what he stands for. And by the way, I also encourage you to go on Kamala Harris's website and see what she stands for and make an educated decision. Don't just do it because Beyonce's song is good. God bless. If you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button. Please hit the subscribe button. I'm going to be bringing you more content like this every single day. Post on my channel. I love you guys. Leave a comment. I would love to hear from you. You're the best. Cheers. L'chaim. God bless. We should only see good things, and may we merit to see a world where there's only peace and harmony and good things. Cheers.